Ooh, child. Milan showed his big pussy this episode, and I can't wait to get into it. Are you ready? Let's go. Welcome back to Damien After Dark. If you're new here or you're not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. But first of all, let's get into it. This is the Bad Boys LA Season 1, Episode 7 review. I can't believe we're already on Episode 7. Let's get into things. So, this episode picks up from last week, of course, when Milan and Carry On go at it and they fight, right? I'm disappointed in Carry On. I'm not gonna lie, because I was hoping he was gonna hand Milan his ass, but I don't know if it was security. I don't know what happened, but nobody really got a lick in. It wasn't even really a fight. I mean, if you think about Bad Girls Club, if we're comparing it, those girls used to scrap compared to what these boys are doing. I mean, and I know, like, it ain't all about fighting. I get that, but at the same time, it's just like, if y'all are gonna talk all this cash money shit, y'all need to put your money where your fist is. Like, come on now. I'm gonna need Carry On to do, as Gutta says, da-da-da-da-da. Like, come on now. Darrell is telling Carry On that he comes off as defenseless and he's going to let people, quote unquote, beat him up. Nobody has beat anyone up, like I said. I get the vibe that it's not that Carry On can't fight, because we haven't really seen his skills. He just seems like, to me, he doesn't want to fight. Either that, he doesn't want to fight, or someone made a good point on Twitter. Someone said that Carry On is the type that will not fight, but kill you in your sleep. And I was like, ooh, why can I see that? Why can I see it? I don't know. Maybe it's because the allegations or whatever, but I don't want to put that out there. But Carry On keeps saying, I don't want to go to this dark place. I don't want to go to this dark place. So I don't know. Maybe they are fucking with the wrong one. Maybe if they keep on pushing him, he is going to, like, explode on their asses. We'll see what happens coming up. But not everybody's like you, Darrell. This just wants to fight. You know, he seems to, and I ain't gonna lie, I like it a little bit. He seems to stir the pot. He wants everybody to fight, tries to get them riled up in a way. And Milan and these tight ass pants. Child, Milan, y'all notice Milan, you can see his big old juicy ass. Half the time you see his thanging in the front of his pants, just a swinging. And I'm not gonna lie, like, it would be cute if Milan was actually a cute person on the inside, but the inside don't match the outside. So every time I see him in them tight ass pants, I'm like, Mo decides to step up and tell everyone, you know, let's bring Carry On and Milan back in here together, because the fight gets broken up. They go their separate ways. And Mo's like, enough of this shit. We're bad boys. We trying to protect the bad boy brand. What brand? There is no fucking brand at this point. In my opinion, like, y'all keep talking about the brand. But I'm like, all I see is a hot ass mess. That's just my opinion. Mo... And I understand, y'all, like, I completely get it. I'm not hating on Mo when it comes to promoting his brand. I get he wants to promote his brand, but can you please wear something else? Like, I'll take a white t-shirt at this point, but damn, is that all your clothing line is? Like, geez. Is anybody else noticing that? Is it just me? Okay, so Darrell says, oh, wait a minute. Mo also says we have a hit record on our hand. I'm not a hater, y'all, by no means, but the Bad Boys song, it's good, it's catchy, it's a great theme song, but it's not a hit. It's not a hit. What do y'all think? Please let me know in the comments. What do y'all think about that's a bad boy? Is you mad, boy? Like, it's, you know, it's catchy, but I don't hear it playing on top 10 radio. Somebody gonna think I'm hating, but I'm not. That's just that's my opinion, as Tamara Judge would say. Okay, so Darrell says, Milan, you were putting yourself out there to be the leader, and I didn't mind you being the leader. They're all in the living room talking, and Darrell says that, and I'm like, skirt, didn't just last episode you were saying nobody's the leader, but now you're telling Milan, I was going to let you be the leader. Like, this is my thing with these boys in this house. They all are, like, really chummy and nice to Milan's face, but y'all don't all feel that way. And I know a lot of y'all, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but since the show has aired, like as of the last week, there's been a lot of drama going on online, and all the boys damn near are against Milan. Y'all need to go on YouTube and check it out. There's some videos on there, but Milan is going off on Anthony, telling him he needs some Abreva for his herpes lips. And I mean, it's getting ugly. I don't know why they didn't do all this in the house, but this reunion, when the reunion airs, I think I'm more excited for the reunion than I am the whole entire season. That's if we get the reunion, because y'all know Jocelyn's Cabaret, Zeus has been playing with that reunion for a month now. The season has been over for like a month, and they still ain't aired that reunion. But that's a whole other video. So did anybody else see? I thought for a second I saw Anthony's nutsack, because they're all sitting in the living room. Anthony's wearing these short shorts, and he's got his leg like spread open, and the shorts are like open. And I don't know if it's his underwear or what, but I'm like, okay, Anthony, you just showed it all, baby. And also, I made some notes about some few things that made me laugh this episode. And Darrell, y'all noticed how he stands, like his posture and his stance is so funny to me. And I'm not making fun of him because, I know how it is being gay. We've all either got a sassy voice, we got a limp in our wrists, we got a way that we walk. So I'm not making fun of him, but it's just so funny to me how he's always like, this is how he's always standing, y'all. It's just like... Okay, girl. Milan says that he felt hurt by what Carry-On said, and he says he does apologize, but to me, like, he didn't give a direct apology. To me, Milan, if you wanted to squash that whole situation with Carry-On and been the bigger man, you should have said, Carry-On, I apologize for what happened, but instead he apologized to the group. And Darrell tells Carry-On, he apologized, so can you apologize? Carry-On's like, I'm not apologizing for shit. And in a way, I don't blame him, because are we watching the same show? To me, Milan has been the passive-aggressive one. Like, I know people probably think I'm team Carry-On, but y'all will see later. Like, I get on his ass, too. And I've got on his ass in previous videos. But, I just feel like Milan is delusional. Like, you are the one at fault here. Hello, chime in the comments, y'all. Let me know. We go from somewhat of a resolution between the boys. I don't know if I'd call it a resolution, but we go from that to Milan going to get his dildos, pocket pussies, and his lube. Because y'all know Milan has like a sex toy line or something. And he brought all the bad boys. The gay boys get a dildo and a asshole. Like, he said it's literally a replica of his asshole, and I'm like, okay. And he gives the boys, the straight boys, pocket pussies. And again, I'm not knocking anybody. I think it's smart to come on TV and promote your brand. I get it, but is this one big infomercial? I mean, I can't blame Mo, and I can't blame Milan. They brought their products on, they're trying to promote it, and that's smart. I completely understand it, and I'm not going to knock them for that. And actually, some of the other boys, if they were smart, they would have done that. But to me, Mo's business, in my opinion, are any of y'all going to buy that Talk Money, Nothing Else shirt and the hat? Are y'all going to buy any of that? I would really want to know, truthfully. Y'all let me know in the comments. No shade. I'm not going to make fun of nobody. I'm not going to say nothing slick. I'm just curious to know, would y'all buy Milan's sex toy line? And would you buy Mo's clothing line? Or if you had to buy one, which one are you buying? Are you getting a real life Milan dildo? Or are you getting a Talk Money, Nothing Else shirt? Okay, so Darrell talks to Carry-On again in the room separately, and he tells Carry-On that he needs to stop being antagonistic. I'm like, can y'all keep the same energy with Milan? Are y'all afraid of Milan or something? How is Carry-On being antagonistic? To me, all I see is him reacting to what someone is doing to him. I mean, look at the bowling alley scene. Dude was minding his business and Milan just runs up on him. So I'm kind of confused on where Carry-On is at fault here. I don't know. So what's funny though now is just how all these boys hate Milan and how they've been going back and forth online. Y'all really need to go check that out. Go watch those videos on YouTube and let me know what y'all think. The reunion is going to be so lit, and I'm not gonna be surprised if they jump Milan. I don't believe in jumping. I think it's some pussy weak shit. But the way these boys are set up, I would not be surprised if they jump him. Where are we at? So when Milan gives the boys their sex toys, and just when he gives out the sex toys to the boys, and just when I was starting to like the Predator, just when I was starting to give Curtis his points and starting to like him, he does some corny shit like Mo. He's like, here's y'all pocket pussy. Here go Curtis, a pocket pussy. What's that? I get pussy in real life. I get pussy in real life. Straight men who get pussy in real life, they don't do that. Okay? Unless they're just fucking corny. Like, I don't know if it's because these boys have cameras around them and it's their first time on reality TV, but y'all can tell y'all are just so camera conscious. And you just try to say anything to sound cool and have a moment. Like, just be cool, Curtis. Be cool. Don't be uncool. Let's see. Am I being hard on Curtis? Y'all let me know if I'm being hard on Curtis and Mo. You know I'm gonna keep it coming, but I want to know y'all's true opinion. Like, am I being hard on Curtis? So Carry On's impression of Darrell, did y'all see that? That was on point. When he was mocking Darrell, he sounded just like him. They were in the bedroom talking, Darrell and Carry On. And Carry On was imitating Darrell, and he sounded just fucking like him. I'm like, he nailed it. Carry On says, Darrell's talking about Milan's sex toy line, right? And Carry On says they're going to get a carbon copy of some super sloppy. And I thought that was a good one. Because you can tell he came up with that on top of his dome. He was like, I don't want, he's passing out dick and ass. I don't want that. Y'all going to get a carbon copy of some super sloppy. I loved it. So the producers gather all the boys together. And baby, it's the moment we've been waiting for. We're finally going to get some action because we're getting a replacement. Now, I don't know why it's taking so long to get a replacement, but I'm super, super, super excited because Jonathan is here. And let me tell y'all, I am Gutta and Gutta is me. I don't know, Gutta is my favorite. And I've said that before, but I just relate to him so much. Like, he even said something in this episode when the new guy was coming. He was like, oh my God, please let the new guy be cool. And please let him bring some weed. And let us just be friends. And I'm like, that is so me. Like, I would just be there to have a good time, smoke weed, party. And yes, it's the Bad Boys Club. And yes, I would check a bitch if I had to. But it ain't always about fighting and trying to prove themselves to be the baddest. Because let me tell you something. The ones who are really the baddest, they ain't got to say much. The ones who are really the baddest, they just sit back and they chill. And that's Gutta to me. Gutta is the one running the house, in my opinion, because he ain't got to say much. He's the gayest one. And I mean that in the best way. He's the gayest one, but nobody will try him or fuck with him. So Jonathan Wright, celebrity hairstylist, joins the show, and I have to admit, I wasn't familiar with Jonathan before this show, but I'm not discrediting his accolades because apparently he's worked with Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion, all these big names. He joins the show, and I'm excited to see what he brings. And I think he should have been in Andrew Caldwell's place. In my opinion, if Jonathan had been an original, I feel like this show would have went totally different, because Milan, for the longest time, the only reason he's been acting the way he's been acting is because none of these boys will stand up to him. And baby, when Jonathan Wright walked through that motherfucking door, the energy shifted, these boys' personalities and attitudes shifted, and Milan's big fat pussy just showed. Okay, y'all saw it. Y'all know y'all saw it. So Jonathan comes in and, you know, hey, how are y'all? Da, 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 da. And then he goes and looks for his bedroom, and you can tell immediately by Milan's confessionals and by Milan's demeanor that he is threatened right off the bat. And I love it. I'm here for it. I'm like, yes, 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 yes. So Jonathan goes into Milan's room and says, this is my room. This is my room now. I'm like, baby, yes, Jonathan, it is your room. It's your room, Jonathan. Milan gets up when he hears Jonathan in the room. And Dylan, you can't give me one moment for me to like you. I've tried, y'all. I've tried to like Dylan, but he really solidified it for me in this episode that he is nothing but a confessional gangster. Because how you gon'... Okay, I got the quote here. Dylan says, all I can think of is Milan is about to whoop this fat bitch's ass. Dylan. Now, Dylan, come close, baby. Come close, Dylan, if you're watching. Because I know you at home in Tennessee with nothing to do. Come close. Now, when this reunion comes around and it's filmed, Dylan, you better not run to Natalie or production or nobody crying when Jonathan dog walks and Molly whops your ass across that stage for calling him a fat bitch in the confessional. Because see, what you thought is that Jonathan was going to be whatever kind of way. And you didn't realize that Jonathan really had a da-da-da-da-da. You didn't realize that. And now, what y'all want to bet? Come reunion time, Dylan is going to backpedal that ass so much. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. Oh, I didn't know. You. No. And I don't have no sympathy for you because I can't stand them type of gays who do that confessional gangster shit, keyboard warrior type shit. You Billy Badass until it's time to be Billy Badass. So Milan says, he goes into the room and he says, no. When Jonathan's looking, when Jonathan's saying, this is my room, Milan's like, no, that's my room, stink. And I'm like, Milan, what's wrong, Milan? Where is the Milan we've seen the last 6 episodes? Where's that same energy you've had? Because if y'all remember episode 1 or 2, when Anthony wanted this same room, what did Milan do, y'all? What did he do? He charged at Anthony. Now, everybody that Milan has encountered throughout this season, he's had this big dog energy. I'll run the house. I'll fuck anybody up. I'll do this. I'll do that. But you can't fight, number one. Number two, now that Jonathan's here, you sure do seem different, Milan. You sure do seem different. And y'all ain't gonna blame this shit on editing. Y'all know how a lot of these reality stars like to say, oh, it was editing. Oh, it was editing. No. We ain't gonna blame it on editing. So Jonathan comes up in the room with Milan and says, this is our room now. And Milan is just sitting there, low energy, totally different Milan, just laid back, sitting there, hardly saying a word. And this is the problem that I have. Like, they should have had Jonathan there from the beginning, really. Now, Carry On. This is where I'm going to get on Carry On. Because you better fall back too, Carry On. And you know I love you. But Carry On said, the perfect person came in the house to show y'all what I would do if I blacked out. Carry On. I don't want to do it to you, baby. I don't want to do it to you, Carry On. But come on now. You have had ample opportunity to show us what you can do when you get blacked out mad. Now, don't be expecting Jonathan to do what you have wanted to do. Now, part of me wants to give Carry On the benefit of the doubt to say that he just is not a fighter. But you need to be open and real about that. Like, I'm not trying to fight. I'm not trying to do this. I'm not trying to do that. Because I tell y'all what, I'm not a fighter. But I'm not going to let nobody punk me or try to whip my ass. Period. I'm not like Darrell where I want to go around and just fight all day. But let me tell y'all one thing. When Milan came at Carry On the way he did and threw that punch like right at his chest, I was expecting Carry On to just go fucking crazy and just wow on Milan's head. Even though security got in between, my little ass would have fucking leaped over security. Like, these long arms, I would have done whatever I could to get to that bald head and just wop. swap. Like all you see is red, right? So Carry On, I need you to fall back with it a little bit now, baby, because you are putting on a show now. And I like you, and I'm not going to throw you out now. I'm not going to throw you to the curb just yet. I'm going to give you another chance to redeem yourself. So where was I at? Okay, here we are. Jonathan asks who the leader is, and everybody says, oh, there is no leader. There is no leader. There's not? There's not a leader? And then Milan says, well, everybody, everybody's their own leader in their own right. Pause, stop, rewind, reverse. Up until the start of this, Milan, you have been the self-proclaimed leader. You have tried to be the leader. But now that Jonathan walks in, y'all all are just like backpedaling. Are y'all scared? Are y'all scared or something? Because I get that Jonathan, he's stout, he's bigger, but I didn't if I would have been in that house, I wouldn't have been intimidated by him. He brought fun energy, in my opinion. I would have been like, who is this dude? He's cool, he's fun. But only the intimidated ones, only the ones with these big ass ego who think they run the house, those were the ones who were really scared. I just wish Milan would have kept that same energy. Like, where is it, Milan? Where is it? Where is it? Where is your scooter? If you know, you know. Okay, so they've been in the house, y'all, for 1 week. Did y'all notice that? How Milan said they had been there like a week, which why that's important is that tells me that they are filming 1 episode per day, and they're trying to cram everything they do in 1 day into 1 episode, because we're on episode 7. If they've been there a week, that means every single day we get an episode, and they're just cramming it all into 1. And I'm just like, I don't get it. Y'all know I've expressed my frustration about Zeus and their editing and their producing. That's my biggest pet peeve when it comes to Zeus. But like, I don't know. I wish they would have kept the guys in the house a little bit longer, because I think they were just there for like 2 weeks. I feel like that you don't really get a chance to make and create bonds. You don't really get a chance to get to know one another within those 2 weeks. And I feel like that's what made Bad Girls Club so successful, is not that we had a bunch of unknown girls, not only that, but they were in the house for like 3 months. They really had to live with one another and get to know one another and create these alliances and these friendships. And with Bad Boys, I don't feel like we're really getting that yet. So Jonathan asks Mo why he's so quiet, and Mo says he's feeling out his energy, which Jonathan's like, that's not the way to fill me out. That's not the way to fill me out. I even kind of feel like in a way that Mo was even a little intimidated by Jonathan. Did y'all get that? I got that vibe a little bit. And Mo says that Jonathan was supposed to do an interview on his radio show, and he never showed up, which reminded me that Mo is a radio host. And I forgot he mentioned that in the first episode, but I just don't see that. Like, Mo is so quiet, and radio personalities usually are a little bit talkative. I'm curious to tune into his radio show now. Like, I'm like, do you really bring to life? Do you bring energy to your radio show? Have any of y'all heard Mo in wherever he's from? I think it's New York. He's on some kind of like Hot 90 something radio station. I don't know. So Jonathan says he thinks Milan is going to get his ass whooped. I think so too, Jonathan. I think he's going to get his ass whooped too. By you, I hope. I really hope Jonathan hands it to Milan. I really hope he does. And I ain't even I'm not wishing no bad on Milan, but I just want him to be checked a little bit. I want somebody to bring him back down to earth, because he is so up here in this Hollywood shit. He's the hottest fucking thing since sliced bread. And I just need somebody to pull him right back down. Let's see. Jonathan, he reminds me of that dude in prison that everybody's scared of. Right now, I'm giving prison house with a bunch of prisoners, and Jonathan is Big Bubba who just walked in, and all y'all are scared, and all y'all are giving up your food and your commissary, and you're giving up your cell and your bed. That's what I'm getting from it right now. And I think it's so funny. I just think it's hilarious that Jonathan has literally pressed Milan for this room, and he goes into the room, goes into the closet, trying to make himself comfortable, and Milan's just sitting there sighing. He's huffing and puffing. He's just like sitting back like this with this fake smile. And why aren't you keeping this big dog energy, Milan? Where is it? Like, I want to see this energy that you've been so fucking loud and obnoxious and in everybody's face. And literally, y'all, the entire time Jonathan is there, the entire 15-minute scene that we get of Jonathan's intro, Milan is fucking mute. Mute. And we're going to find out in a moment, right? Darrell comes in to the closet where Milan and Jonathan are. Milan and Jonathan are over here in the closet trying to figure out who's going to get this bedroom. And here come Darrell in the corner with his hip out, waiting for the drama. He is waiting for the drama to happen, boy. That was another funny moment. I love Darrell. I love him. I really do. He a pot stirrer, but he's good for TV, and I love him. And listen, let me just say this, y'all. I'm not bougie or egotistical, but I feel like if that were me, and we got somebody new coming in the house, like, I really, and this is honest, I wouldn't have cared, like, if dude wanted to come in my room. Like, I wouldn't have gave him the room. By no means. I agree with Milan to an extent on that. Stand your ground and stand up for yourself. But Jonathan said, like, either we can share the room. Like, I'm not going to take it from you. We can share it. Like, there's not another room in the house. You've got a new house guest. If it were me, I'll be like, look, dude, you can sleep in my room if you want. They're just going to have to pull another bed in here. Like, obviously, two grown men that don't know each other are not going to share beds. I get that. But y'all are in this house that doesn't have enough rooms for everybody. Zeus, I'm looking at you sideways. Like, why ain't y'all got enough room for everybody? Unless that was a production thing to get people fighting, which I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say that. But I feel like the room in the closet was big enough. They could have just been like, look, pull this dude a bed in here and call it a day. That's just me. I know everybody else ain't like that. I know a lot of y'all would have been like, I need my own space. I need my own room. I get it. I'm just not the bougie type. I'm not going to be spending a lot of time in my room anyway. We're in LA. We're in this mansion. We're here to have a good time. I just need somewhere to put my clothes. I just need somewhere to sleep. And that's it. Like, and plus, they're there for 2 weeks. Like, listen, if they were there for 3 months, like the real Bad Girls Club the Bad Girls Club did, I would get it completely. Like, I want my own fucking room, unless I'm there with a best friend or I created a bond with somebody that I wanted to share a room with. But y'all are there for 2 weeks. It's not gonna fucking hurt to fucking share a room with somebody. Shit, quit acting like y'all had never slept on a motherfucking air mattress in your life or shared a bedroom with somebody in your life. Really? So Jonathan says, are we sharing? Or not, Milan? Like, are we sharing? And Milan says, well, we got to figure it out. We got to figure it out. Why do we have to figure it out, Milan? You fought Anthony for the room. Fight Jonathan. Like, I got so pissed in this episode, y'all, because I'm like, this dude is such a fucking stunt queen pussy. It's unreal to me. Milan really showed his true colors. And let me tell y'all this. If Milan would have stood his ground and said, you ain't get my motherfucking room and fought for it, I would have gave him his props. I would have came on this video and been like, y'all know what? Milan talks a lot of cash money shit, but he backs that shit up. He stood up to dude. But you're such a pussy. You were such a pussy. It's unreal. So Carry-On, Gutta, Curtis, and Anthony and Dylan are outside talking. And one of them asks Curtis if he has any gay friends. And Curtis says no, that he really didn't have any gay friends. But he says that he feels like he and Gutta are friends now. And he feels like that they will continue to have a friendship after this. Okay. That was a moment that I liked to see Curtis. I like to see that moment with him. I see growth out of him. And another thing, have y'all noticed Curtis without Mo is a totally different person? Like, and that's a good thing and a bad thing, because that tells me that Curtis is a follower in a way. But also, I'm just like, maybe he just needs to be away from Mo so we can really get to see who he is. Because I respected him when he said that. He could have tried to fake the funk and, you know, acted like he and Gutta weren't friends because he's down low, or that's what Mo would have done. Mo would have said, no, I don't have no gay friends. And We ain't friends. We ain't cool like that yet. I got to get to know you more. Da, da, da. But I really do like Curtis, even though he gets on my nerves and I gave him hell earlier in the video. Like, it's things like this that he does that makes him seem more real as a human. It makes him seem more personable and likable. So if you can just leave the corny shit with your friend Mo, Curtis, I think that the fans will really like you. So Milan goes outside. Milan goes outside and FaceTimes his his friend Rico. Now, Rico was fine. Y'all seen Rico? Now, I gotta tell y'all a little something about Rico and what happened. But Milan goes outside, FaceTimes Rico, and asks him to come over to their pool party. And he calls for backup because he's scared. Let's just be real. He says he's fought Milan told the biggest fucking lie. When he said this, I literally screamed at the TV like, you fucking liar. He's on FaceTime with his friend, and he's like, yo, I don't have to beat everybody's ass here. Y'all know that one friend that you got who literally just like over-exaggerates and lies to make themselves look good? That was Milan in this moment. He was telling Rico, like, yo, I think my legs hurt and I don't want these dudes jumping me. I done beat everybody's ass here. I'm afraid they're all gonna jump me. Yada, yada, yada. And let me translate that for y'all. I'm scared that Jonathan walked in this house and I need backup and I need help because I don't want to get my ass beat to a pulp. That's what Milan really meant when he called his friend Rico. But of course the cameras are rolling, and of course his ego got to him, so he couldn't tell the reality, which was, I'm scared for my fucking life. I need my friend to come back me up. But friend already knew what was going on anyway because he said, say less, I got you, I'm on the way. But I don't even think Rico knows what he's getting himself into. I really don't think Rico knows what he's getting himself into. And let me tell y'all why. Because there's a video that Gutta posted on Instagram. And I don't know if it's still up, but y'all can go look and see. And in the video, they're at the Bad Boys Club house. This obviously took place during filming. Somebody filmed it from their phone. They videoed it from the balcony of the house on their phone. And in the video, Jonathan is chasing Rico, the new boy that Milan was FaceTiming, chasing this dude with a metal foldable chair. And not only is Jonathan chasing Rico with this chair, he whops him in the back. He whops him in the back of the head, and then he whops him in the hand with this metal fucking chair, y'all. That's why, like, when I saw that video before Jonathan came on the show, right? When I saw that video, I knew Jonathan was not to be fucked with, and I could not wait until he come into that house to give these boys a run for their money. Because if there's anybody who's gonna talk cash money shit and back it up, it's Jonathan Wright. And he did it. Like, he's coming in here and taking over. If anybody, like, Jonathan has been in the house for an hour, and he's the leader of the house. Y'all wanted a leader of the house so bad, it's Jonathan. Because he walked in and y'all all bowed the fuck down. It was obvious in all y'all's face. Y'all all bowed down, zip lip, didn't say much. The energy was very much giving intimidation. Very much giving intimidation. Milan is just like delusional. Delusional on all levels. All levels. Talking about his legs fucked up. Really? What's your leg fucked up from, Milan? Just another excuse is what that was. And then we get a sneak peek for next week. And baby, next week's video is going to be a doozy because y'all saw it. Y'all saw the sneak peek, right? Did y'all see the sneak peek for next week when Rico jumps on Jonathan? When I saw that sneak peek, it solidified it for me. Milan was in Rico's ear before he even came to that house and told him what was going on. And I really feel like Milan told Rico to put his hands on Jonathan because Milan's a pussy-ass bitch and he knew he couldn't handle Jonathan on his own. Or either that or when Rico hit Jonathan, maybe we didn't see it. We'll have to wait till next week. But I feel like maybe they're going to jump him or something. I don't know. But I also feel like Jonathan can handle his own. We're going to see what happens. And did y'all also see Anthony's punk ass? Like, I really liked Anthony up until what's going to be next week. And I'm trying to save my judgment until next week. But William the Baddest is back. I don't know why he's back, but he's back. If I had to predict, I feel like the producers got him to come back to apologize just to have some story. But Anthony says, I don't know why this motherfucker is showing up to my party. But Anthony just runs at him and just starts, like, why did you do that, Anthony? I'll tell you why you did that. Number one, you did it because you know that William the Baddest is not physical and you know that he is not going to fight. Number two, you did it because it's a weak target. And number three, you did it because you know you can't fight nobody else and whoop their ass. See, Anthony, I was starting to like you. I was really liking Anthony a lot. But when he jumped on William the Baddest, I don't even like William. Y'all know how I feel about William from the last reviews. But what I don't tolerate is picking on someone weaker because you know that you're a weak bitch yourself and you know that you're not going to be able to whoop anybody else's ass but the weak. It's giving bully, Anthony. Big time bully vibes. And like, I can't with this cast. I've tried to like this cast, y'all, but there's only like three people that I like out of this whole cast. Gutta, Darrell, and Carry On. That's it. The rest of them are just team too much, in my opinion. And Anthony, Anthony and Milan, y'all need y'all's asses whooped for what y'all did. Y'all are acting a fucking ass on this show. Really, really. Anyway, that's the end of this review. Please let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do y'all think Milan was big pussy this episode, or do you think he was the guy he's been the whole season? Let me know what you think about Jonathan. Do you feel like Jonathan is the leader of the house now? How do y'all feel about it? And what do you feel about Rico that Milan FaceTimed? I'm pretty sure Rico is going to be another replacement. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I saw that he was like a new replacement as well. Jonathan and Rico both. What do y'all think? Like, let me know what you think about the episode. I'm so excited. I think we're like halfway through. I'm ready for the reunion to see what happens. Make sure you join the conversation below. I want to hear from you. Y'all know I love to communicate back and forth with y'all. I thank y'all so much for being supportive and watching my videos. It means the world to me. Please subscribe so I can get to 1,000 subscribers and I can get monetized. I'm trying so hard to get monetized, y'all, and I can't do it without you. So I would appreciate and love you for your support. Until next time, I should have a Real Housewives of Atlanta episode 1, season 14 review coming. Be patient with me. Love you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on Damien After Dark. See ya.